If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Daniel the Big O, and this right here is my service dog, the Fluffy Poodle. That's right, Mr. Fluffy Bear. And his green hair. Viewers and Fluffy, I know this video is not going to be like our typical videos. You see, today's video is a little bit of insider information and some awesome tips and tricks that we use to help our business grow. Our business, Motivate LLC. With that being said, my bad on the poor video quality, because I didn't expect to film any of this. No, we were having a meeting and then one of my partners said, hey, definitely press record and post this for not just them, but for everybody all around the world to see. With that being said, let's jump right onto it. Let's go.
You made the appointment and you walk in. What do you say first?
Like, I guess when you walk in, let's say if they have like some KY stuff. Oh, you like Kentucky Wildcats or whatever. I mean,
exactly.
Whatever, but if you see something,
relate something to them.
Okay.
Right? So always make them feel good. Make them, if it's the environment, oh, I like the setup in here, look at that lamp. Hey, that lamp's pretty cool right there. Where'd you get that from?
Hobby Lobby.
That's, I like Hobby Lobby. My wife goes there all the time. My kids, say if you don't have a wife, you just relate something. Just make them feel, it throws people off their game plan. Because a lot of people, before they come in, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to stick to this. And I'm going to, just like when you go into a car dealership, right? You go in there, oh, I'm not going to spend more than this. I'm only going to get this. And next thing you know, you got out of there. You walked out of there with a higher price and a car you didn't even actually want when you went in there. Why? Because they sold you pretty good. So I'm teaching you that process, okay? So, number one, acknowledge them. And then make them feel good. Say something about their clothes. Say something about, the environment. They're going to come back with a response similar to what you just did, because that's called paraphrasing, right? When you talk to somebody, you paraphrase what they just said, and then you ad-lib a little more. That's the same thing when you write stuff. You always write a sentence, and that end of the sentence leads on to the next sentence, and that end of that sentence leads on to the next one, and it's always a flow, okay? You're always flowing. So what do we do on the next flow? Is after you say something good, you really, hey, would you like me to sit down here? You ask. Be very polite. Ask where you would like me to sit. Do you want me to stand? Do you want me to come around here? Are we going to be working, on the computer together? You gauge the situation, right? But you don't ever sit down. You shake hands, acknowledge standing the whole time, and then ask where you would like me to be at. Then we go from there. And then, thank you, you sit down. All right, well, first and foremost, again, my name is Daniel Odell. I'm with Motivate LLC. We help individuals and companies be better than what they were yesterday. And then after that, you explain that pain point, right? Or you just kind of gauge them, have a conversation with them. With that company that you said, what was it again?
It's an appliance repair company.
And you said that they need help with what exactly?
Well, she's like old school. She only has 2 employees. She's happy with what she has, but I don't think she has any social media and stuff like that.
All right, so social media.
I don't know how old she is either. Like I said, I talked on the phone.
So
she sounds nice.
It doesn't matter her age, because we can break down social media very basic for her.
Now here's the part of the video where I'm just going to say, hey, I'm not going to edit anymore. I just want you guys to really listen and pay attention to this information that I'm putting out and really explaining to help others, other business partners, and other like-minded individuals who kind of need this information. Hey, enjoy it, hit that thumbs up button, and let's jump right back into this video.
As a Monday through Friday, very categorized for her demographic and her genre, right? It's that simple. So that is the pain point that we see. So instead of throwing out the pain point right away, because throwing out somebody's business like, hey, I kind of see you struggling here, really isn't that good. You understand what I'm saying? So we're going to talk to them and be like, I see that you're doing well over there and you guys are selling a lot of stuff. And, you kind of ask questions, open-ended questions. Key is that open-ended question like, you guys are selling a lot of stuff. Where exactly are you selling it? Well, we sell it all on just, people who walk in. Okay, how's your online market? Well, we don't have an online market. Oh, well, you just found a pain point. You see where I'm like, it's open-ended questions where they're going to start talking and you're going to say, okay, well, they didn't talk about this. So maybe we can interact here, or maybe we can add value here. So you have to talk to these people. You have to have a legitimate, real conversation with them. Just like a car salesman, when you come in, hey, can I get you a coffee? Can I get you? They're doing all of these things to gauge you and to really conversate with you. Hey, how many kids do you have? How many this? You said you already asked the employees, and they've already told you 3 employees, correct? So I'm just curious why you only have 3 employees being an appliance company. Appliance companies, in my experience, appliance companies, you need more than 3 employees. You're talking about delivery. You're talking about, the ordering process, the finance. You must be doing extremely well with 3 employees. How do you do so well? And then they're going to tell you. And then during that tell, you're going to hear something like, what about adding a 4th employee? Do you think it would benefit your company adding a 4th employee? No, it wouldn't. Why wouldn't it? Because we don't have this infrastructure or this or that. Okay, that's another pain point. Or we're gauging. You have to ask those open-ended questions. Once we get the answers we feel like we need and we can really dive into a little bit more, for example, the online store, right? I'm going to say about that one. The online store, hey, for a very small price, we can really help you. And your return on investment, literally, you can pay us a couple $1,000. And appliances now these days, are $1,000 a piece. So I'm sure that you can sacrifice, let's say, about 5 appliances, okay? Sacrifice, 5 appliances. And then after our class and our what we teach, we can really go back, okay? We can go back, or the company can go back and use what we taught them and get the 5 in like a week or 2 weeks. And as long as they're using what we're teaching them, now they just made their money back and made more money. Now they're really taking care of the employees more because, when the employees are selling more product and the company's more, everybody's lining their pockets more. So it's a win-win for everybody. But you have to be able to translate how you can help them, the who, what, when, where, and why about that company. Find that pain point, switch it around and say, hey, this is a solution that we can offer, and this is your return on investment. You have to understand companies, you need to save them time, save them money, and ultimately help them grow to make more money and add value, however it is, okay? And that's the process, the very, very basic process. Now, after that, right, once we figured that out, okay, we say, okay, now what is your budget? Like realistically, ask them straight up, what is your budget? Because I don't want to offer you a service that's way too much for you. I don't. But I also am not going to devalue my company. I can't do that. We all need to make money, and we all want to add value to each other. So, if your budget is $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, or, I understand that you're a smaller company right now with only 3 employees, we want to work with you. What is a realistic number? You see how I threw out a bunch of numbers at a very big range there. But ultimately, it's just like negotiating. You can't throw out that first number, okay? And if you do throw out that number, throw out many in a wide range. Because the reason why I did that is we also offer many different types of services. Mm-hmm. So, if they say, well, if you're trying to lowball yourself and their realistic budget is $50,000 and they're like, well, my $10,000, all I have is 10, and they ask for a $50,000 service, You can be like, well, yeah, I said those prices because, you know, what you're asking for is a $50,000 service. I can't do it for 10, but I want to work with you, and this is how we can work with you for that 10, but you're just going to have a little bit less. And when I say a little bit less, you're going to get value, but there's a reason why 50,000 and 10,000 is much different, or a 5,000 or 1,000, you know. So once you get that gauging, right, then we can, okay, now we're going to analyze everything that you've asked and everything that we talked about today. You know, we're going to analyze that, and I'm going to go back with my team, and we're going to come back with a couple packages for you. No matter what we do, we always give somebody 3 packages. Now, we broke those packages down, right? We offer 3 things right now. But out of those 3 things, just like I've always said, you always have 3 levels to each one. So technically we have 9 here, okay? But it's only 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So even on a lunch and learn, do you want basic, medium, you know, Michelin star food? You see where I'm getting at here? So it's with all services. We always want to offer people 3 because, again, they have options. We want to offer people high-end services for those type of people who want that type of service, but not everybody wants that. Some people just want a basic. Some people just want a simple lunch and learn for an hour, come in, get out, some sandwich, some chips, you know, and it's okay. But then there's other companies who literally want you to have that steakhouse come in and cook for them in front of them. So we want to offer that to everybody. But we also want to offer services to everybody, not just locally and statewide, but nationally. So that's why we work with everybody. So again, we take all that information that we just talked about, and then after that, we go back to the team and we analyze and we make those 3 tiers that we just talked about.
For more information on what you guys learned today, I would highly recommend that you guys contact us at Motivate LLC. That's Motivate, M-O-T-I-V-E, capital F-A-T-E, one word, Motivate LLC on Facebook. And get ready, our website is dropping down soon.
Hit that thumbs up button, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and this dog right here, and I will see you guys on tomorrow's episode. See y'all later. Bye-bye.